Greywater reclamation systems come in a variety of shapes and sizes. They can be implemented in the home or in a business environment. Every family is a different size and has different water use demands and different budget allowances for a greywater reclamation system. So there is no one-size-fits-all approach to greywater reclamation systems. The same holds true for a business. Each building and business is going to generate different amounts of greywater and have different greywater demands. The simplest, least expensive greywater reclamation system is called laundry to landscape. This system takes the discharged water from your washing machine's drain hose and directs the greywater to your landscape for irrigation purposes. Generally, this system consists of an adapter that clamps to your washing machine's drain hose. The adapter is then attached to a three-way ball valve that you mount on the wall behind your washing machine. This three-way ball valve has three ports: an inlet port where you connect your washing machine's hose, one outlet port to connect to your existing sewer line, and a third port is where you connect a hose or pipe to direct the greywater outside to your landscaping. A mulch basin is generally used at the outlet of your greywater pipe with a ball valve to adjust the flow. A mulch basin consists of bark or mulch that allows for adequate drainage at the subsurface level. There are detergent products on the market that are labeled as biodegradable or biosafe. These types of detergents are highly recommended for greywater reclamation systems that are used for irrigation purposes. Regular detergents contain salts and other chemicals that can potentially damage your landscaping. More complex greywater reclamation systems consist of a pump or pumps, a tank or several tanks, valves, piping, generally PVC or PEX piping, pipe fittings, a sanitizer of some kind, and an owner's manual. The size of your processing tank that you will need depends on the amount of greywater you produce every day and how much greywater you will need for flushing and filling your toilets and or irrigating your landscape. The tank also needs to have earthquake straps and a closable lid. Mesh screens must be installed on the opening of the incoming greywater pipe where it enters the top of your processing tank. The mesh screens capture hair, lint, and other large debris. Bulkhead fittings work best for making your connections to the processing tank. Code requires an overflow pipe with a P-trap be connected to the top of your greywater tank and then to your sewer system. A vent or air admittance valve is also needed at the top of the processing tank. Examples of a sanitizer would be a UV sterilizer, which stands for ultraviolet sterilizer, either a submersible type or an inline type. An ozone generator or bleach tablets in a floating dispenser is another example of a sanitizer. The filter pump pushes the incoming gray water through a filter. There are several different types of filters you can choose from. However, from experience, designing and building my own Greywater Reclamation Systems, I found reusable, radial, pleated, cartridge type diatomaceous earth filters work best. DE filters run a long time before you need to clean them, and they are quick and easy to clean simply by rinsing them off with a garden hose. The filter housing even has a gauge that tells you when the filter needs to be cleaned. Diatomaceous earth is a natural occurring white talc-like powder that is a fossilized remains of marine phytoplankton. DE is safe and non-toxic. The only risk with DE powder is not allowing the powder to enter your lungs, because it will irritate your lungs. This type of filter is generally coupled to a 1 horsepower above ground pool pump. These are readily available. This type of pump has high flow rates to filter your gray water very quickly. These pumps operate quietly as well. They have a built-in strainer basket that captures large debris and gives you an easy access point to recharge the filter with diatomaceous earth when you clean your filter. A dispensing pump is a pump that you will need to distribute the filtered gray water to your toilets. Again, from experience, I have found a shallow well jet pump with a small pressure tank works best for this application. This type of pump is automatically controlled by an inline pressure switch. The pump will only turn on when the water pressure in your gray water distribution lines falls below a certain PSI. A distribution manifold with shut-off valves is highly recommended on the outlet of your pressure pump. The distribution manifold is where you will direct your piping to your toilets or landscape irrigation system. One of the code requirements for a gray water system that fills and flushes toilets is that the water is to be dyed blue to indicate the toilet is using gray water. The simplest, most cost-effective way to dye the water blue in your toilet is by dropping those round blue toilet tablets inside the toilet tank. This will also add a final sanitation step to your gray water system. Signage is another requirement. Your processing tank, piping, all need to be labeled as reclaimed water. The processing tank also needs to indicate the capacity of the tank. On the wall behind the toilet, you need to have a sign indicating that the toilet is being flushed with non-potable water. Lastly, an owner's manual needs to stay on site at all times with the gray water system. Never allow gray water to cross-contaminate your white water supply. Always run separate piping for your gray water system that do not connect to potable water lines.